Welcome to my very first Q&A. Just a couple of days ago, I asked my following on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do. It's at Veronika Edali. But I asked my following on Instagram to ask me a question for my very first YouTube Q&A. I received a few questions, and that's exactly what we're gonna do in this video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Veronika. I'm a co-founder of a modest activewear brand, Federation Apparel, a content creator and photographer. I document my business journey with my real life sprinkled in between, of course, to inspire women like me to pursue their passion, take action, and craft the life that they deserve. Without further ado, let's dive right into this Q&A. Question number 1, where are you originally from? So I was born and raised in Russia. I actually moved from Russia to New Zealand when I was 15 years old. I came here on my own to study, found my home away from home and stayed. But I recorded the entire video about it. So if you want to learn more about my story, make sure you check it out. I'll link it here and in the description box below. And just like that, we're on to question number 2. How can you tell that a supplier is right to work with? And this question is related to the business that I run. I co-founded a modest activewear brand for Generation Apparel, and my husband and I do everything in the business. And finding the right supplier to work with is very difficult and is very, very important to get it right. So I have a few tips for you guys on what you can look out for. Before you even start looking for supplies, you need to make sure you have your own list of the things that are very important to you as a small business owner. Is the price important to you? Is sustainability important to you? Is the country of your manufacturer important to you? All of those things you need to note down, and then you have to vet your potential suppliers based on that list. When you go out there without even knowing what exactly you're looking for, that search would be very, very long and unproductive. Secondly, it's important to take your time. I know you're excited. I know you're ready to start your small business, but you don't want to go with the potentially very wrong supplier. So I would recommend talking to a number of suppliers, 2 or 3 maybe, or even 4. Why not? So you can see how good they are at communicating. You can compare the prices, and at the end of the day, after you done talking to all of them about your potential project, you can compare them and choose the one for you. Thirdly, don't forget to ask for their track record and testimonials. You need to ask them what other companies out there you're working with, and they should have no problem with sharing that because all of those companies have very public websites. So if they produce something for them, they can just share their website and say, yes, we worked with this company and they were very, very happy. So make sure you ask for testimonials and see what other companies your potential supplier worked with. And of course, don't let your excitement cloud your judgments. Watch out for red flags. If the manufacturer is not transparent with you, that's a red flag. If they're not showing you their facilities, for example, that's a red flag. If their communication skills are very poor, that's a red flag. So make sure you keep track of those red flags. And if your potential manufacturer presents any one of those, steer clear. Question number 3, and that one also relates to business. What is the design process like? At my company for Generation Apparel, we design everything from scratch. Just because our ideal customer, who is a woman who chooses to dress modestly and very active and healthy woman, it is very hard for her to find functional and modest activewear that will make her feel at the top of her game. So it needs to be very functional, it still needs to be modest, and of course it needs to look stylish. So we can't really go out there and purchase something. We need to solve that problem for our ideal customer. So that's why we design everything from scratch, and this is how we do it. It all starts with an idea, of course, and we come up with ideas by talking to our community online. I also look at my own personal journey and my own struggles as a woman who chooses to dress modestly. I'm a hijabi. So yes, I look at all those things when I try to come up with an idea, and then we discuss it, and then we run it by our community online. And once we have the idea, we are ready to design the product and how it would look in theory. Then we go ahead, we sketch it up, we finalize little details, and then on it goes to our manufacturer for sampling. Sometimes we go through 3 to 7 rounds of samples to get the product absolutely perfect, and that of course costs money and costs some time there, but that's fine. That's the job. And once the sampling is done, once everything is confirmed, we thoroughly test the sample, with washing, with working out in it. We'll put it through all sorts of vigorous testing just to make sure the quality is up to scratch. And once everything's been signed off, we go into production. The collection gets produced, gets shipped here to New Zealand, and we'll launch it to our community. And that's what we do for every single launch. The next question: what are the real problems you face living in a non-Muslim country as a revert? And have you ever regretted converting to Islam? New Zealand is a pretty diverse country. It's a land of immigrants, and where I'm based, it's a melting point of cultures, different ethnic backgrounds, different religious backgrounds. It's just very, very diverse, and I don't particularly stand out that much in New Zealand. So I've never really experienced any negativity towards me, alhamdulillah. The worst I've ever got, maybe a funny stare, confused, curious stare every now and then, but that's fine. You can't be everybody's cup of tea, and sometimes people are simply curious. Maybe the real challenge might be if you want to eat out, it's hard to find a place that does halal food, but on the other hand, there are actually plenty of places that do specialize in halal food and only serve halal food, so that's fine. I would just choose to eat there if I wanted to. And to answer the second part of the question, no, I have never regretted my conversion to Islam. I truly found myself and I found confidence in my new and true identity. So I've been Muslim for over 8 years now, and alhamdulillah, I've never looked back. The next question: how do you manage your daily prayers, being a mum and a businesswoman at the same time? First and foremost, alhamdulillah, I have a lot of help from my family. My mom and my in-laws are very present in our life. They help out with the kids a lot and the house, and I am truly very grateful because I'm able to do what I do because I do have that help, which unfortunately a lot of people don't. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I do it all by myself. The reality is I wouldn't be able to do nowhere near as much as I do now if I didn't have that help. But I also do like to take control of my time, so I practice time management and productive living. Both of those are very important to me. I know in advance what needs to be done. On that day, I know how much time I have for work and I know exactly what needs to be done. I actually break it all down in this video, and this is my time management strategy, and I also go in great detail on how I actually schedule my life and all areas of my life to make sure I am as productive as possible. In this video, I'm gonna link them both down below. Make sure you check them out. I always tell myself that the time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well do something meaningful with it. And that's what I choose to live by. I don't want to waste my time because each day is a gift and we don't know how many days we have left in this world. So might as well be mindful and be productive and get things done. Another thing that is very important to me as a mom that allows me to juggle my career and my kids and my life and my daily prayers is the fact that I need to put my mental well-being first. I need to nourish my mind and my body. I do that with daily walks and workouts and, skincare routine and whatnot. I do whatever I need to do to uplift my spirits so that I feel happy and I feel content and I don't feel frustrated, because that's the worst when you're trying to, juggle your kids and your family and your work and your to-do list is never ending. You need to feel at the top of your game. You need to feel your best. That way you can show up as the best version of yourself in all areas of your life. And that way you can be a great mom and a good businesswoman and just be a great wife, and everything goes smoothly when you feel great. That's why I always put a lot of importance on getting me to that space where I feel happy and content and fulfilled and rested as much as possible. So yes, self-care, whatever it looks like for you, is very important, especially if you have so much going on in your life. And another great tool that I have is my phone. I work on my phone so much. I could be nursing my baby and I'll be making a post on Instagram. I manage multiple social media accounts, and that way I'm able to get things done. I also baby wear a lot. My son's actually 3 months old now, and I just baby wear. I put him in a sling and I can stand up and rock him a little bit while editing a video at my kitchen bench. And when, for example, I am nursing in the middle of the night, I either listen to an audiobook or a podcast that will help me learn and grow personally and professionally. I could be listening to a marketing podcast in the middle of the night. I'm just trying to do as much as I can whenever I get a chance. And yeah, and also I try to take it one day at a time. Sometimes the only thing you can manage is keeping your babies safe and fed and happy, and you don't touch your work, you can't even cook, and that's fine. We all have days that we feel slightly off, or the days that are not as productive, and that's okay. I don't bring myself down because of that. I just kind of look at my day and be like, well, okay, today was this kind of day, and that's fine. Tomorrow we'll try again. And we do. Next question, and this one is from someone who also lives in Auckland, and she's asking about where I get my halal meat from. Yes, alhamdulillah, we actually have a good selection of companies that do halal meat, just because I think we export so much to the Middle East when it comes to our meat, which is great for us. There are a lot of companies that do halal meat. These days I don't actually have to go to any halal butchers, even though there are plenty of them around here. I can simply go to the supermarket and I just look up the name of the company. There's this list that's available. I'm going to link it in the description below, that tells you which companies are halal certified. And then you can just go to your local supermarket, find the meat by a certain company that is definitely halal certified, and you are definitely safe to eat that meat. And that's what I do. I shop at Pick and Save and Gilmore's as well. Gilmore's actually has a lot of selection of halal meats, so we usually buy there in bulk and separate the meat into portions and freeze it for later. That's what we do. That's what works for us. But there are definitely a few halal butchers around. You can look it up and find the one that is closest to you. Next question. First country you will go to when the world opens up? Probably it would be either one of these three. It'll be either Turkey, because my husband is from Turkey and we would love to go back. We love everything about that country. We love the food, we love the culture, we love the sites. There's so much to see and explore there. It'll be great to go back there with the kids, because the last time we've been there we didn't have the kids yet. So Turkey. It would either be Australia, because it's just so close to us and so accessible. If we ever wanted to go on a holiday, we could go to Australia, or Fiji, because my husband and I, we also love that island quiet kind of holiday, and we really want to visit Fiji. So it will be either one of those three countries. Next question. What is your fitness routine like? Well, I've actually just recently picked up my fitness again. 3 months ago, I gave birth to my second baby, and my pregnancies are usually pretty challenging for me, so I haven't worked out one single time the entire time I was pregnant, and then I just let myself heal after giving birth. I started doing daily walks consistently at about 5 weeks postpartum. I felt like I was up to it and just doing very light, mild workouts. And only now, for the past few days after I got out of that 4th trimester with the newborn, I picked up the intensity a little bit and I started working out almost every single day. I do about 30 to 45 minute home workouts. If you want me to share what I do for my home workouts and my home workout equipment, make sure you like this video, let me know in the comments, and I'll get onto that. But I work out from home. I don't have much time to spare, so going to the gym, even if we weren't still stuck in lockdown, but going to the gym, getting there, getting ready for that, it just doesn't work for me. I don't have that much time to spare. So home workouts work for me great. So that's what I do. And trust me, if you show up fully for your workout, just 30 minutes a day is more than enough to get you stronger and healthier and more fit. I'm not doing my fitness routine to bounce back, not by all means. I don't do that for that. I want to be fit and healthy and strong so I can keep up with everything in my life. What is the number one place you want to go on holiday? And that's an easy one. I really want to go to Maldives just because it's, an island and it's very beautiful and it's isolated and it's also Muslim. So everything is halal there. So I can go there and enjoy the scenery and the pace and the lifestyle while enjoying the food as well. Not worrying about anything else and just kind of disconnecting. Maldives, that will be a great option. Yeah. And the last question is, what is my favorite color? And it's always been blue. I love blue. I love to wear blue, but recently I enjoy a lot of browns, a lot of brown shades in my wardrobe. So yeah, but blue is still probably my favorite color. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video so that I can connect with more women who would benefit from my content. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here. And if you want to see more from me, check out these videos over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.